Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
An informal body of friends. He still hangs out with the same crowd. To gather together in large numbers. Men in straw boaters and waxed mustaches crowded the veranda. Cuz to herd, drive, or crowd together. Approach a certain age or speed. A large number of things or people considered together. A crowd of insects assembled around the flowers. Fill or occupy to the point of overflowing. The students crowded the auditorium. An informal body of friends. Form into a bunch. The frightened children bunched together in the corner of the classroom. A grouping of a number of similar things. A bunch of trees. Any collection in its entirety. Gather or cause to gather into a cluster. She bunched her fingers into a fist. An informal body of friends. An organized group of workmen. Serve as a crew member on. The men and women who man a vehicle, ship, aircraft, etc. The team of men manning a racing shell. An informal body of friends. An organized group of workmen. An association of criminals. Police tried to break up the gang. Act as an organized group. Tool consisting of a combination of implements arranged to work together. To gather together in large numbers. A crowd especially of ordinary or undistinguished persons or things. The children resembled a fairy herd. Cuz to herd, drive, or crowd together. We herded the children into a spare classroom. A group of cattle or sheep or other domestic mammals all of the same kind that are herded by humans. A group of wild mammals of one species that remain together, antelope or elephants or seals or whales or zebra. Keep, move, or drive animals. Who will be herding the cattle when the cowboy dies? Move together, like a herd. Press, drive, or impel someone to action or completion of an action. He pushed her to finish her doctorate. The act of applying force in order to move something away. He gave the door a hard push. Make strenuous pushing movements during birth to expel the baby. Now push hard, said the doctor to the woman. An electrical switch operated by pressing. The elevator was operated by push buttons. Move with force. He pushed the table into a corner. Strive and make an effort to reach a goal. We have to push a little to make the deadline. Make publicity for, try to sell, a product. The salesman is aggressively pushing the new computer model. Approach a certain age or speed. She is pushing 50. The force used in pushing. The push of the water on the walls of the tank. Exert oneself continuously, vigorously, or obtrusively to gain an end or engage in a crusade for a certain cause or person. Be an advocate for. The Liberal Party pushed for reforms. Enterprising or ambitious drive. An effort to advance. The army made a push toward the sea. Move strenuously and with effort. The crowd pushed forward. press against forcefully without moving. She pushed against the wall with all her strength. Sell or promote the sale of illegal goods such as drugs. The guy hanging around the school is pushing drugs. The act of gathering something. A group of persons together in one place. The social act of assembling. Sewing consisting of small folds or puckers made by pulling tight a thread in a line of stitching. A system of components assembled together for a particular purpose. Several things grouped together or considered as a whole. A group of persons together in one place. The social act of assembling. Contend against an opponent in a sport, game, or battle. Experience as a reaction. Collect in one place. A meeting at which a number of athletic contests are held. Be adjacent or come together. Undergo or suffer. Meet a violent death. Fill, satisfy or meet a want or need or conscient RO restriction. Does this paper meet the requirements for the degree? Come together. I'll probably see you at the meeting. Be in direct physical contact with, make contact. Being precisely fitting and right. It is only meet that she should be seated first. Get together socially or for a specific purpose. Meet by design. Be present at the arrival of. Can you meet me at the train station? Collect in one place. Collect in one place. The act of gathering something. Collect in one place. Let's gather in the dining room. Assemble or get together. Gather some stones. Increase or develop. The car gathers speed. Get people together. Gather the close family members. Sewing consisting of small folds or puckers made by pulling tight a thread in a line of stitching. Draw together into folds or puckers. Collect or gather. Conclude from evidence. I gather you have not done your homework. Draw and bring closer. She gathered her shawl around her shoulders. Look for food in nature. Our ancestors gathered nuts in the fall. Collect in one place. We assembled in the church basement. Get people together. Assemble your colleagues. Create by putting components or members together. Give an incentive for action. This moved me to sacrifice my career. Be in a state of action. Change location. Move, travel, or proceed, also metaphorically. The soldiers moved towards the city in an attempt to take it before night fell. The act of changing location from one place to another. The movement of people from the farms to the cities. Cause to move or shift into a new position or place, both in a concrete and in an abstract sense. The director moved more responsibilities onto his new assistant. Perform an action, or work out or perform an action. We must move quickly. The act of changing your residence or place of business. They say that 3 moves equal 1 fire. Have a turn. Make one's move in a game. have an emotional or cognitive impact upon. Follow a procedure or take a course. A change of position that does not entail a change of location. Movement as a sign of life. Progress by being changed. Propose formally, in a debate or parliamentary meeting. Arouse sympathy or compassion in. Her fate moved us all. Change residence, affiliation, or place of employment. We moved from Idaho to Nebraska. Dispose of by selling. The chairman of the company told the salesman to move the computers. Game. A player's turn to take some action permitted by the rules of the game. Go or proceed from one point to another. The debate moved from family values to the economy. Live one's life in a specified environment. She moves in certain circles only. Move so as to change position, perform a non-translational motion. He moved his hand slightly to the right. The act of deciding to do something. He didn't make a move to help. Cause to move or shift into a new position or place, both in a concrete and in an abstract sense. Take the place of or have precedence over. Terminate the employment of. Discharge from an office or position. Cause to move, usually with force or pressure. The refugees were displaced by the war. The act of drawing spatially closer to something. The hunter's approach scattered the geese. Ideas or actions intended to deal with a problem or situation. His approach to every problem is to draw up a list of pros and cons. Move towards. We were approaching our destination. The event of one object coming closer to another. A relatively short golf shot intended to put the ball onto the putting green. He lost the hole when his approach rolled over the green. A tentative suggestion designed to elicit the reactions of others. A way of entering or leaving. Come near in time. Winter is approaching. Begin to deal with. Approach a task. The temporal property of becoming nearer in time. The approach of winter. Come near or verge on, resemble, come nearer in quality, or character. His playing approaches that of Horowitz. The final path followed by an aircraft as it is landing. A close approximation. The nearest approach to genius. Make advances to someone, usually with a proposal or suggestion. I was approached by the president to serve as his advisor in foreign matters. Move towards. Come near in time. Start running, functioning, or operating. Move towards. Appear or become visible. Make a showing. Develop in a positive way. Occur or become available. Move towards. Move or arrange oneself in a comfortable and cozy position. Pull towards oneself. Move towards. Travel up. Go up a ladder. Go upward with gradual or continuous progress. Burn completely. Be consumed or destroyed by fire. Move towards. Increase in value or to a higher point. Move upward. Be erected, built, or constructed. With or in a close or intimate relationship. My sisters and brothers are near and dear. Not far distant in time or space or degree or circumstances. Near neighbors. Near in time or place or relationship. As the wedding day drew near. Move towards. They are drawing near. Of actions or states, slightly short of or not quite accomplished, all but. He nearly fainted. Being on the left side. The near or nigh horse is the one on the left. Very close in resemblance. A near likeness. Giving or spending with reluctance. Very close, or near, with his money. Closely resembling the genuine article. Near beer. Consume all of one's attention or time. Be on the mind of. Require, time or space. Occupy the whole of. Assume, as of positions or roles. The young prince will soon occupy the throne. March aggressively into another's territory by military force for the purposes of conquest and occupation. Keep busy with. Live, in a certain place. Make full, also in a metaphorical sense. Fill a container. Any material that fills a space or container. There was not enough fill for the trench. Occupy the whole of. The liquid fills the container. Become full. The pool slowly filled with water. Fill, satisfy or meet a want or need or conscient or restriction. Assume, as of positions or roles. Eat until one is sated. He filled up on turkey. Fill to satisfaction. Appoint someone to a position or a job. A quantity sufficient to satisfy. He ate his fill of potatoes. Plug with a substance. Fill a cavity. Pour out. Rain heavily. Put on your raincoat, it's pouring outside. Move in large numbers. People were pouring out of the theater. Cause to run. Pour water over the floor. Flow in a spurt. Water poured all over the floor. Supply in large amounts or quantities. We poured money into the education of our children. Be teeming, be abuzz. Her mind pullulated with worries. Produce buds, branches, or germinate. Move in large numbers. Beggars pullulated in the plaza. Become abundant. Increase rapidly. Breed freely and abundantly. Something that resembles a flowing stream in moving continuously. A stream of people emptied from the terminal. A steady flow of a fluid, usually from natural causes. The raft floated downstream on the current. Rain heavily. Flow freely and abundantly. Tears streamed down her face. Dominant course, suggestive of running water, of successive events or ideas. Two streams of development run through American history. Move in large numbers. The act of flowing or streaming, continuous progression. A natural body of running water flowing on or under the earth. Exude profusely. She was streaming with sweat. To extend, wave or float outward, as if in the wind. Their manes streamed like stiff black pennants in the wind. A group of many things in the air or on the ground. A swarm of insects obscured the light. A moving crowd. Bee teeming, be abuzz. The garden was swarming with bees. Move in large numbers. Be teeming, be abuzz. The plaza is teeming with undercover policemen. Move in large numbers. Informal terms for a difficult situation. A dense crowd of people. Deliberate radiation or reflection of electromagnetic energy for the purpose of disrupting enemy use of electronic devices or systems. Block passage through. Press tightly together or cram. Interfere with or prevent the reception of signals. Crush or bruise. Jam a toe. Crowd or pack to capacity. The theater was jam-packed. Get stuck and immobilized. The mechanism jammed. Preserve of crushed fruit. Push down forcibly. The driver jammed the brake pedal to the floor.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.